Hi everyone, I'm Christy, your cybersecurity engineer, and welcome back to another cybersecurity session with Mac. For this month, we decided to go with a very relatable topic. Every one of us is connected through Wi-Fi, even on our homes or even in the offices. The thing is, when we say we are connected to Wi-Fi and the internet, we always mention the little device that helps us to connect through the internet, which is called the router. But the small device can get hacked very easily if we have the passwords very weak that are connected to the admin's dashboard, or even if we are handling with some software vulnerabilities. But the topic for today will be how can we know if we are being hacked, basically, if a hacker got a hold of our router and of our whole internet. So here's a few tips on how you can understand if a hacker actually hacked you. One of the biggest signs to know if you have been hacked is to try to enter the admin settings of the router. Even though you know your password and your username and you get denied the access to that, basically it means that the attacker has already hacked your admin site and has changed already the username and password, and that leaves you with the inability to log into the admin settings. But this doesn't necessarily mean in every single case it's true, because the admin settings might have some technicalities or issues that can not allow you to log in. But another giving sign that is giving you information that the attacker might have hacked you might be from browser hijack or session hijacking. So basically, what does this mean? It means that an attacker has already redirected every single IP to a malicious website. Basically, if you want to access google.com, you get redirected to a different website. In most cases, these kind of websites are malicious and contain malware. So another activity that you can see in order to understand if your router got hacked would be the welcoming with undesired pop-ups. So if you see an increased activity of pop-ups while you are surfing on the internet, that means that most probably your router got hacked and someone is delivering those pop-ups to you. This can even be led with the thing that I mentioned a little bit earlier regarding the session hijacking. So whenever we are being redirected to a malicious website, that can even be led to different malwares or even adwares. And in this case, this increasing of pop-ups can even be a consequence of being redirected to a malicious website. Also, another thing would be the inability to control your own device. I mentioned session hijacking, and I still continue to do it because if your router gets hacked, then most probably your attacker is going to perform a session hijacking on you, which means that even your device might be out of control, meaning that the cybercriminal can get a hold of your device and hold your personal information or sensitive data inside of it, and to use it for their own malicious purposes. Another thing that you can always check is also if you see suspicious apps downloaded on your device, meaning that if your router got hacked, then the cyber attacker is using this hacking, this user connection, to download or install different apps, suspicious apps, and in most cases malicious, into your device in order to perform any other malicious activities. But all of these activities can be caught from our internet service providers. So our ISPs on daily basis, they monitor everything that we do, everything that we search online. And if you start getting some alerts because they are caught on the suspicious activities coming from our IP address, this is your sign that your router got hacked. So whenever you see some alerts coming your way from your ISP, that means that you have to do something because you are being hacked and your router connection is hacked also. Your router device is hacked. And last but not least, a not so common sign would be the slow internet connection, which means that your cybercriminal that attacked you basically is using your internet connection to perform their own malicious activities, and that is why it's slowing down your internet speed. But this is not true in every single case, but it's also another sign that you have to look out for. But what we can do after we understood that we are being hacked and our router got hacked? Here are some 3 simple steps that you can do in order to prevent further damage and to stop the cyber attack. The very first thing would be to disconnect your device. Basically, turn it off, unplug it completely. The second step would be to perform a factory reset on your router. This means that you have to press hard on the on and off button and to do a factory reset, because in this way you will be able to turn everything on the default settings. And you can be able also to access your admin settings. So, after you perform the factory resetting, the third step would be to immediately access your admin settings dashboard, meaning you have to enter the website's username and password that are connected with the router, of course, the default settings, and immediately change the password to a new one and to a much stronger password, of course. In this way, you will stop the cyber attack and you will stop also preventing any other damages further on. So don't worry, because everything has a solution. And this was it for today. Thank you so much for your time and for your attention. And if you have any other suggestions that you would like for us to discuss in our next video, please feel free to write us a message as always, and we'll be happy to comply. This was it for today, and see you next month. Bye!